Rolling.
How you doing, everybody? Hey, Joe Henry, Lake of the Woods Tourism. I'm with my good buddy John Bergsma from Great Lake Fisherman's Digest. That's a fantastic TV show that airs across the nation. And of course, my good buddy Greg Jones of Midwest Outdoors. And you probably used to seeing Greg Jones fish Lake of the Woods because he's a diehard. You know, kind of an interesting day, you guys. We're out here and we had to adapt a little bit, John. Maybe talk about how the morning started and what we did.
Well, the morning started crappy, to be honest, because good fish.
Got him.
And let me keep
Get
talking.
better, Louise.
I got to say, that was not staged.
It wasn't staged. So anyway, we are in dirty water. We tried to spin up these fish in dirty water. It just didn't happen. We started brainstorming after literally an hour and a half of battling, and just didn't happen. And so we all came to the conclusion it was the dirty water. There was nothing wrong with what we were doing. And secondly, we were not seeing fish. And Joe, it is important that you see fish.
Well, I'll tell you, between the clean water and between marking fish, and we got different pods out here. Not a nice little eater. Nice little eater walleye. Look at that. Good one. I'll show you what we're using here too, you guys. So, nice walleye.
But to second what I just said, not just clean water, but so that the fish can see the bait is part of the key. And that was, I think, what was really happening today.
But I think there's fish where we started.
Yes.
I just think they couldn't see it. That dirty water just doesn't do an angler any good. But nope. That's some nice fish. And you know, I'll show you the blade we're using here, you guys. You know, Lake of the Woods, brighter colors. But you know, you always say, what do the old timers say? You can use any color in Lake of the Woods as long as it's gold.
Yep.
But
so
that
we
gold,
threw a little pink on it.
A little pink is good, you know. Thanks. Yep, appreciate it. So let's get this baby in the live one. We'll show you our fish too. We got a nice box of fish going here. There you go.
We sure do. Let me get to live guide service for you there, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Look at this. Beautiful eaters, and we've had how many throwbacks?
We've had 3 or 4.
Yep.
3 or 4 throwbacks. Nothing huge, low 20s, you know, no low 20 inches. Of course, you guys might know on Lake of the Woods, 19 and a half to 28. That's a slot fish. You got to throw that one back. You keep your eaters under 19 and a half, and you can keep that one trophy over 28 if you so desire. You know, Greg Jones, you've seen a nice transition on the fishing. It's changed from the jig bite now, and it's turned to spinning, and you know, it's gonna be that way the rest of the summer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it was with the jig bites to start the season opener was great up here, and it was really strange too because it went from the week before there was ice on the lake still. The next week opener, we were just 95 degrees up here. It really moved the fish fast. Those first 2 weeks, you really wanted to be on a jig. You started to see some people pick up some fish shallow cranking. Then about Memorial Day, you ended up with the spinner bite starting to come around, and there was some people definitely catching lots of fish on the spinners. They're starting to move out into the mud now here too. They're on the shoreline still, but these are definitely mud fish. We're not too far out, maybe 2 miles, but you know, the bug hatches are going to start pretty quick, and they're going to be out here eating bugs and be a lot of big fish to catch.
Well, and Greg, I think the other thing to note too is that, you know, in a lot of the inland lakes in Minnesota and other places now, this is when the weeds start coming up. This is where the bait fish bloom, the perch are all the perfect size for eating. You have so much competition. It's pretty darn hard to catch some walleyes on our inland lakes. That's when Lake of the Woods shines. I mean, we catch fish consistently through July, through August. You want to come out here in this deep mud and be pulling spinners, drifting spinners, pulling crankbaits, Greg. That's kind of a go-to in the summertime at Lake of the Woods, isn't it?
Oh yeah, crankbait trolling is a good way to catch them. And you know, sometimes you run into people who've never fished the lake before, especially like in this June time frame. You know, if it's early when that shallow bite's going, you just tell them to go to 10 foot, take a left or a right, and stay in 10, 12 foot. And those fish have been moving out now. But you know, if you've never been here before, if you see a gathering of boats out there, crowd right in. But there's some fish around there, and you can get the spinners are nice because you can get them down to the bottom on some heavier weights, and the fish love to eat them. Some people love to catch them on cranks, and you know, a lot of times you can sit down and jig them fish all year long if you want, but once that temperature comes up on the water, they like to move, and by trolling, you're going to put your bait in front of more fish.
You're gonna come up here, and it's so nice to find these different pots of fish out in the mud and just kind of make a nice long drifter. Right now we're trolling with the trolling motor, but you know, if you want to come up and catch summer walleyes, I mean, it's very consistent typically. Stay at one of our resorts, whether you're on the south end of the lake, on the Rainy River, up at the northwest angle. Check out our website, and that is lakeofthewoodsmn.com.